Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Ayuthayya here in EU4. We're playing on Speed 5. We're recovering our manpower because rebels and wars and all those horrible things that drain our population of human beings. And I mean, if you want to call them that, they're probably all peasants anyway. But I was thinking about it. When you load up, or when I load up to play this game, I often, it's kind of like, in a way, like you're starting up an aircraft, right? Like you get into the seat. Okay, it's not that dramatic. It's not like you're like in a fighter pilot cockpit. Like if it was that way, it'd be pretty rad though. Like, you think there's nobody out there like that? Like their computers like got a freaking like cockpit to it. That'd be kind of awesome actually. They have like the mask and everything, and they just like they get the the voice like, "This is air control. We are good to go," and just like that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So you get into your seat and you load up the recording software. I have to shut down multiple systems, mainly Facebook, and then muting my Steam notifications so that nobody messages me. And then I also have to turn off my air conditioning unit because I still haven't messed with my mic settings because I'm a lazy piece of shit. But then I finally launch the game, and you get in, and I just sit here and I talk about things for 15 minutes while we play this amazing game. So anyway, what are we up to? Well, in the last episode, a lovely YouTube subscriber by the name of Stefanovic. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, is it only Vitch if it's like a CH? Anyway, he had a lot of useful advice in the last episode. And one thing that we're kind of contentious on, that we're thinking about taking, is the Enforce Our Heritage thing. And one thing he said is, and I want to kind of contest this because, like, normally I would agree with his logic, except that he was incorrect. He says that you should enforce heritage because you barely have any heretics to deal with unless you change religion. Well, the thing is, Enforce Our Heritage isn't tolerance of heretics, it's tolerance of heathens. And if we look at our religious map mode, we're going to have to deal with a lot, and I mean a lot, of heathens as time passes here. So the thing is, I really want to put this decision on hold until one of two things happens. One, we get more missionary strength, but we don't get the fancy European options like the active uniformity and stuff like that. Like, we're just kind of screwed on that department. But the other thing about it is, a lot of our religious unity, like if we took this, our tolerance of heathens would go down, and that would make our religious unity like worse than 82%, and 82% is already pretty bad. So I really don't want to take this decision. As much as I want to convert these Sunni provinces, I just don't see it panning out until we have enough missionary strength to do it. And honestly, one of two things is going to have to happen. We're either going to have to take religious ideas, or we're going to have to take religious ideas. Now, everyone under the sun saying religious because, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, and Deus Vult. Did I mention Deus Vult? That's like the only reason people take the idea group, I swear. But anyway, either humanist, which would allow us to get enough religious unity that it wouldn't be as much of an issue, especially because it's mostly the Sunni provinces that are an issue to convert. And sometimes I feel like the 2% difference, or like the 2% extra percent, is kind of, I don't know, it's a little troublesome to deal with, and I kind of wish it was like a 1% instead, so that it didn't, like, you didn't have to take an idea group just to get rid of it. Ming is going to demand 34 ducats. Okay, well, I guess you can have our money. I don't want to make you mad or anything. They're currently at war with Oirat again, for the who knows how many times. Aha! We have Yi separatists in Ming. Are these provinces like angry about something? Like, Ming has 3.2 from war exhaustion. I guess they're just taking a lot of attrition. It was probably just an event like fired thing. Let's be honest, Ming is not going to collapse by itself. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's just not a thing that, we're living in the past. Oh, another thing that was mentioned to me in the last episode is that we should be colonizing more aggressively. Well, I agree that we should be colonizing aggressively, and I'm going to. Once we actually get the ideas that we need to, first of all, get up to enough power to, you know, first of all, get our tech, and then we can, like, really focus on our ideas, and from there, it'll be really easy to get a lot of colonies going. However, I have a feeling that the Age of Discovery is going to end soon. Oh, we gain 1 base manpower in Pegu. Well, that's pretty awesome. It looks like our barracks are built from the last episode, which is good because our manpower is pretty bad compared to what our force limit is, which is like, yeah, we have 36 force limit, but only 30k maximum manpower, so we can't even get 1,000 per regiment that we have, and that's typically like typically you want to have more than 1,000 per regiment, like 1,000, like 1,100 or 1,200 is preferable, I would say, for manpower based strategies like we're going for here. Oh god, this king is terrible. Average claim and national tax modifier minus 10%. Man, all right, I'm gonna refuse Ming. Now, something else we're considering is annexing Sukhothai. Oh, nice. This is amazing. I mean, truly, when the game gives you wonderful decisions like this, I don't know what to say, really. Lose 1 stability or lose 25 legitimacy. Well, wow, I just, wow. I'm just going to lose the legitimacy, and the reason for this is, the king will eventually die, but stability will stay, and our heir has a strong claim, so... The funny thing is, we actually just screwed ourselves out of abdicating the throne, because legitimacy has to be at least 50 in order to do that. So this may cause some problems. We have some very upset Moluccans at this point. Another suggestion that was made to me was to build forts, and I'm kind of looking at our economy like, yeah, we could build forts, but, eh. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about this, and so the Age of Discovery is ending in like 120 months, so 10 years. We've barely had time to get like 2 colonies up. We're probably not going to get a 3rd one up before the age ends. We are going to go ahead and pick up Advent Tech 8, just so we can have it, and then we're going to focus on economic ideas, of course, because war is hard at this point in the game. It's very demanding on manpower. By the way, I am going to go ahead with the decision to promote both of these cultures, and I kind of think that this takes precedence over everything else, because the thing is, you know, that's like 100-ish development of our land that is currently giving us problems because it is not the right, you know, it's not the right anything. But if we accepted the culture, we would actually be close enough to maybe even convert some of these provinces. And that would be pretty awesome if we could do that. And on top of that, we're going to get more money and more manpower and more all the things because we accept the culture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to start with Milan, and I will just go ahead and do Khmer at the same time. And so we're 4.14 now. As the month passes, we should see we're getting 1.2 more ducats a month. Well worth the investment, and we can actually convert some of these provinces now. And at this point, I would actually almost argue that it would be worth it to take the enforcing our heritage. We could even convert Malacca, which would be a great province to convert too. Let's go ahead and take it. We're gonna enforce our Buddha. He's gonna go around do Buddha things. I love that twang when you start converting shit as the Buddha. Now, okay. Let's see. Our friend is in need. We can send Ayuthayya 25 diplomatic power. Sure. Now, Stefan in the last episode in the comments seemed convinced that Ayuthayya was going to turn on us, and I don't know if that's necessarily true. I'm gonna refuse Ming's tribute again. They can... You know, I'm looking at this now, and I don't even know... Wait, hold on a minute. You can just cancel? You can just stop being a tributary? Interesting. You can just say, "Hey Ming, I'm done. See ya." That's really funny, actually. I did not realize you could do that. You could just say no. Just say no, kids. No, oh man, I want to do so many things right now, but we can't. We're just stuck here sitting around waiting for the right moment. Is there a reason we have cheaper build cost? There's probably a reason that I'm missing. You know, it's one of those effects, like, it's probably not like a triggered modifier. No, I have no idea. Wait, what are our triggered modifiers? So you have to own Candy or Patna. Where's Candy? Okay. So owned by Malabar, doing crazy things, and then what was the other one? It's Patna. Where's that? It's in Jaunpur. Oh yeah. Let me just go walk over and beat the snot out of Jaunpur. Only one of the most usually intimidating Indian land powers in the game most of the time. Yeah, let me just go do that real quick. Okay, so again, do we want to build workshops? I think I kind of want to build a workshop, but are there any temples I could build instead? Wait, really? 0.66? Oh, okay, I see how this macro builder works. I haven't really looked into this macro builder enough yet, but apparently our colony is going to be the best place to build another temple. And hey, you know, if that's the case, then so be it. We're going to go for it. Now next, I think we're definitely going to go for Manila here in the Philippines, because it's going to be great. It's going to be like an awesome province, I think. All right, let's see how the Renaissance is spreading here. All right, we are still the only ones to really have adopted it, so that's pretty awesome. All right, Korea declared war on Jeonju. You know, did the event already fire for colonialism? Because it starts in 1500. Oh, okay. So I would need to discover a province. Do we actually have a fleet capable of doing this? I don't think we do. I think we need 2 more heavy ships before we would be able to actually explore. That being said, just for shits and giggles here. Okay, we do need 3 heavies, 3 lights. Now, hold on. We're over the limit. Oh, because we have a conquistador and we have a explorer. Now we have to make the hard decision. Do we get rid of the conquistador and instead just go with our current 1-2-2-1? Oh, I do like that siege pip. In order to get a better, like, in order to kickstart the actual, like, exploration thing. Because the thing is, if we discover any part of North America, we meet all the criteria to actually have, like, to actually be able to do this and get colonialism for free. That's awesome, actually, that we could do that without having to invest tons and tons of points. So let's go ahead and lower army maintenance, and we'll go ahead and kill our fort maintenance. You know, all one of our forts. Oh no, we've got 2. We've got 2 now. We got the one in Sukhotai's capital, which I'm tempted to delete, honestly, but okay. So we're gonna make about 7.7 ducats a month. That's pretty good. I think we can use that to make, yeah, we'll go ahead and delete the Conquistador. We just need to discover it. So anyway, yeah. So that's pretty exciting, actually. So we just need to get the quest for the New World started. Oh, Majapahit is having a civil war. And Mongolia has finally embraced feudalism. Good job, Mongolia. And Oirat is getting just eaten by Chagatai. Wow, Chagatai is doing pretty well. Look at them. Alright. I mean, granted, we're basically the Dutch of the area, but... Alright, relations with Ming are improved. They feel that we're highly trustworthy, so basically we can just tell them that we don't want to pay tribute over and over again. We're not going to pay 9 diplomatic power this year. Ah, man, well, okay, so we can get 25% autonomy or just pay 30 ducats. I'd rather pay 30 ducats than do the alternative. Our manpower is getting decent again. It's getting up to about 11,000, but I really want to wait till we're at a better number here. Now, let's look at Pasai. How are our claims looking on Pasai? Because I would really like to expand. They have some really good trade goods here, by the way. Where's the, yeah. Yeah, wow, they got a gold mine here. They've got lots of spices, tropical wood, which could happen at any time. They've got Chinaware. This is just a great, just a great target for expansion. How about Brunei, whatever. Either or. Oh, it's a spice island. That's amazing. Well. Now, Pasai is allied with Kedah, who has 9,000 troops that we could easily squish. And then crossing the strait to Pasai itself would actually be pretty easy. I don't expect it to be a very difficult war. We could honestly probably just siege a bunch of provinces and take things for free. And I'm really liking that idea the more I actually talk about it. So they've got a force limit of 21,000 with 20,000 troops. Their tech is one ahead of ours still because unfortunately we're not making jack for military power. So our military is going to lag behind for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll overcome. We just need to understand what the bonuses are going to be. A 0.8 cavalry shock advantage is going to be pretty substantial. But apart from that, I think we're going to be okay in this war, as long as we don't do any unnecessary engagements. I think we're going to get up to like 15,000, and then from there we're going to just like attack. Now, the cool thing is, Patani has actually fabricated some claims, and I'm a big fan of that because that would make it really easy to take some provinces. I would very happily give them Kedah, who I think we're definitely going to like co-belligerent here. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Alright, we just need to wait till we actually have the manpower to execute this war. Ming's going to demand admin power. I hate you, Ming. Okay, they're kind of... We've gone from highly trustworthy to somewhat trustworthy. Doesn't really matter. We're not playing with the Cossacks, so trust is it's a very nebulous concept in the non-Cossacks version of the game. Let's take a look at state maintenance here. Let's just get an idea. Is there a menu somewhere I can look at this? Okay. So our highest possible province would be dude, I don't even know. It's not a word that even makes sense in English. It's the ACEH word. It's just not. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, we're currently paying 0.44 for it. I think that's the province in Pasai that we're currently doubling the state maintenance on. So maybe that's not indicative of anything. However, the Malacca, so Malacca has 0.36. So if we were to build a courthouse there, we would be saving 0.09. And the autonomy would tick down faster. Which would be okay. I just don't know if that's worth it, right? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think building courthouses is worth it, like with what it currently does? I mean, the state maintenance down is okay. The monthly autonomy change is pretty good at 0.1, but after a while, it just doesn't matter anymore. So the state maintenance would be the main thing, which it doesn't really mean that much. It seems like it would be a nice way to save money after you've already developed things a lot, but As it currently stands, it just doesn't seem that good. So we could get 0.16 if we built a temple in Pegu. We could also get we could get 0.19 if we build a workshop in Sukhothai. So I think that we're going to save up to do that. But currently we're going to be building a war chest to get ready to go to war here. And as a matter of fact, well, we do have some rebels to worry about, unfortunately, because of our terrible, terrible king. But we're going to get ready for war here. We're going to march to war, and it's not going to be in this episode, unfortunately, but I hope that the commentary was all the same entertaining. So, it was great having you guys along, and I hope to see you in the next one. Godspeed.